Alright, we're getting started in a second here. Right now I'm trying to test some closed captioning things. If anybody here requires closed captioning, you can use Twitch or YouTube, both of which have their own closed captioning overlays. Just seeing what's live right now. I'm essentially streaming on both YouTube horizontal and shorts, so I'm just making sure those are working. I also have Instagram Live going, however, it's not exactly efficient. So we'll see. I also have 2 YouTube streams, so getting both of those chats working, a little bit strange, I would say. So I'm just making sure I have both of those chats popped out. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, thanks for anybody just tuning in now. I don't think there's anybody here right now, but somebody in the future might be watching this. Might even just be me. How you doing, me? Okay, we'll mute that. Oi. So it does appear that I cannot use 2 different YouTube chats. All of my software is connected to just one. So that's interesting. Hello? Hey, play game for fun. What's up? I'm doing well. How's your day going? All right, we're checking some of the settings here. But I'm taking my time getting everything set up. Just making sure I do it right. Platforms, we have YouTube. Oh, working hard, hardly working. Interesting. So, it doesn't do default chat. It's kind of annoying. So I can't have both. Well, that's great. I hope the night shift goes well for you. Hope it goes quick. Quite hard. All right. Well, I think we'll just hop right into it. It's a shame that I can't get 2 different YouTube channel chats up. Multi-drop. What's a multi-drop? Right now I'm trying to get Instagram up and running, and it is just not having a good time. Good to hear, man. I'd be probably playing a bunch of phone games if I'm out and about, especially waiting on orders. All right, I'll put up the main screen. Ooh, that's loud. We have Instagram Live here, so I wanted to try embedding this on Facebook. It seems to be working. So let's see what happens. So this is a live embed. Few tunes loaded up. Ah, then you gotta unload. Gotcha. It's just you, no friends? Or should I say employees, acquaintances? So it looks like the embed isn't working very efficiently. Let's see if I can change anything about that. Gotta get out of here. Where are you going? Lulu, how are you? Welcome to YouTube, Lulu. Lately, I've been neglecting YouTube, so I'm trying to test multi-chat, and unfortunately, I can't do two different YouTube chats, and you know that's a me problem, I guess. Okay, so we want to embed Instagram Live feed on Facebook. There's probably a lot going on screen right now, so I apologize. I'm just trying to get situated here. Oh, yes. Hashtag ad. But yeah, you'll probably be seeing me take up some sponsors the foreseeable future. Why did that respond? Oh, God, why does everything break? I mean, usually things don't break unless you're live anyway, so I guess it's you just gotta get over it. Embed it through settings, choose stream, toggle on embed live video. So I have to use it from live producer. From page, find the live video, click the video to open it in full screen, click ... then embed. So many steps! I don't even see these. Like it's not even appearing here on the page. It's not in Reels because it's live. And you can see it live here. But there's no ... that it keeps introducing. More options. Oh. Alright, Instagram, you suck. So, sorry guys. Anybody on Instagram? It doesn't look like it's seeing my chats either. Okay, very good. So today, what are we doing today? About time, right? Well, I'm going to be continuing where we left off, and that is building an interactive story. Today we're going to be focusing a little bit more on the visual side. So when I say visual side, I'm talking about the images that will pop up when you make choices. So here's the software we're using. And let me go ahead and pull up the itch.io page. I'll use Firefox for this. So this is the game we'll be playing, or I should say, expanding on. Here's what it looks like. So what you do is, it's a choose your own adventure. So if you enter or investigate the outside of a cave, for example, which can't see it on screen unless I put it over here for the shorts viewers. So if you're looking for something outside, you can investigate. Be like, oh, your boots are dusty. You could check your belongings. You can look for other people. You could return to the entrance. And so it loops back and forth. So it looks like this is actually a broken loop. So I'm glad I found that. Cool. So now we can find it in our document here. So we can see that if I investigate the outside, I go to this chapter, Cavern Outside. So Cavern Outside, if we investigate the outside of the cavern, I'm checking my belongings. And I can look for other people. So this is where it broke. So let's take a look at that. So if I'm looking for other people, we'll go to the Others section. And we can see there's a well-worn campfire. Now where did it break? I'll play it from the top. So if you investigate, and then just return to the entrance, that's where it breaks. Okay, so investigate, and then return to the entrance. So we investigate, that goes to Cavern Outside. Cavern Outside, return to the entrance, goes back to entrance 1. Okay, so I just need to turn this into a... So it starts right here. I think I looped it back to this one. Yeah, because this is supposed to be a plus. And so what that does, the plus means it's sticky. So by sticky, it's always available. And so what I had before, so Control Z there, was a star. And so what a star means is that you can only select that one time. So by putting a plus here, if the player returns to the entrance, then they'll be able to loop it properly. So now if we try this again, I investigate, return to the entrance, I can investigate, return to the entrance, should be here. So it looks like I need to scroll down and make sure that one's also a plus sign. So that's going to be one of these. Return to the entrance. So again, I had a star there, and it needs to be a plus, which makes it sticky. The other ones we want to be a one-time selection. All right. I'm still a little bit warming up here. We'll probably be streaming about 2 hours. So thanks, friends, for popping in. I've been doing a lot of testing, but it looks like everything's working. The only problem I'm really foreseeing right now is I have 2 different YouTube chats open, and one of them isn't getting registered, which is understandable. So like this one isn't receiving messages, whereas my other chat is. So I gotta find a solution for that. I could maybe relay it. Well, right now I'm thinking about it, but it's also something I'm not gonna worry about it right now. What's up, Carmen? How you doing? Yeah, make yourself at home. I'm gonna be writing and doing some art, if you can even call it that. It's using AI. A lot of people aren't a fan of AI. A couple things I wanted to experiment with. We can start with a sprite sheet. So if you guys don't know what sprite sheets are, it's essentially, in this case, like 50 odd images that are all identical, but there's like minor movement. Oh, what's up? Doing good, glad to hear it. All right, so the Easy GIF is the website I use for that. And there should be a sprite sheet here. Yep. So we're gonna drag and drop. Yeah, we just met. But you can already tell how awesome I am, because you would have left if I wasn't awesome. And the music stopped, so now it's awkward. Get the music back! Quick! Before Carmen leaves! Okay, we're good. Alright, now let's go back to our GIF here. We can see here it's cutting it out. And I'm trying my best to make this scaled to like shorts. So if it's hard to see anything, and that goes for anybody watching, just let me know. I'm trying to be more conscious about making short form live streams. All right, so we're cutting this into a GIF. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 columns. Okay, so that's coming through. I am also getting very distracted, so I apologize. They're just trying to pay attention to multiple things right now. That was SpeakerBot. And I want to make this go through different audio. Huh. Well, okay. Let's see if this works. Click on the button. Garnikin. Welcome in, Garnikin. Oh my god. My ears. Hello to you too. So we have our sprite sheet output. Now, it looks like it didn't crop it properly. Zoom in a bit. So we have a custom grid, columns 8, rows auto. But scrolling down here, it seems to have... Bum, 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 bum. You know me, kitty? What's up, Christian? I don't think you do. All of us cats look the same. So we have the width here. It didn't calculate this properly. We can see if it saved it, though. I guess I'll save it just to test. No, that's a negative. I'm trying to use this GIF converter here. So I have a sprite sheet, which is very common in like low-quality 2D games. And so I'm trying to convert this into a GIF so that it loops. So we got tiles will stack horizontally. Margin around tiles. We want an output of a GIF. Maybe that's what I needed to select. So we'll try that. But yeah, today we're going to be working on the visuals for my Maze and Monster game. Good, good question, Christian. I'm currently putting together an interactive story. It's essentially a game that you'll be able to play when it's done, but I'm still learning quite a few things. Here's like a brief idea of what to expect. Let me try and make this easy to see, because I think you're watching on Shorts. But how it works, I'll refresh it so we start from the beginning. It's a narrative fiction. So, for example, I'll tell you a little story. I'll say, hey, there's a dark cave in front of you. Do you go in or do you investigate the outside? And if you enter, it's going to be like, oh, it's too dark. If only you had some way of lighting your path. And then it's like, okay, so I should look for something to ignite my torch outside. Okay, so let's investigate outside, etc., etc. You know, Roblox, I have played before, but never really got into it myself. I think I'm too old for it, to be honest. Are you a gamer? You a Robloxer? Oi, oi, oi. But yeah, I'm trying to get this GIF working. It's breaking somewhere. So we'll do stack, stack, margin, let's say 10, see what happens. Convert. So now it's, I think, doubling. More tools, maybe? Remove background, sprite sheet, cutter. Okay, I think I was just in the wrong tab. So we'll do by numbers of columns and rows. Yeah, this looks like it. Yo, got them Robux. Cool, man. Output, GIF. Thanks, Christian. I imagine I am the cutest of kitties. So, I'm not sure if this is working, but I'll try saving it. Create GIF. We want skip. Make a GIF. Hey, it's animated. It looks ugly as heck. But it works. So I'll download that for now. Is that really what it looks like? I guess if you zoom in. Yeah, it's fine for now. Moving on. Okay, so here's the concept. I'm going to open up my pictures of like dungeons. We're going to pick a cool dungeon photo. And then I'm going to add elements to it. So here we'll do dungeon photos here. Output. So I generated like 50 or so earlier today. This looks like a good starting one. So here's our picture. And this will be like the starting screen. So what I can do is maybe have like an arrow here. I might do some like text at the bottom. Hey Garnican, I hope you're having a nice day. I used ComfyUI, is what it's called. Also, your voice is so loud in my ears. I don't know how to adjust that efficiently. This was your volume there. Shushing face. What is that? Where is that coming from? I'm so confused. Somebody's shushing facing me. Interesting. So you can't hear the voices? Can you hear the voices, Garnican? I just think it's funny. and there's a light echo. Thank you, Garnican, for mentioning that. I had an echo last time I... It was Christian. You were doing it. Okay. Well, I do hear a slight echo there. Check, check. My first thought is it's coming from a different software. So I'm gonna mute some stuff. I see. So it does appear like it's coming through multiple outputs. So if I mute that, and then adjust this to be higher, then unmute this, but reduce the volume by a lot. Yeah, you helped me troubleshoot, so I appreciate that, Garnican. Christian, I love McDonald's. I gotta pee. I'll be right back. Do I like 10,000 Robux or McDonald's? I think I'm picking McDonald's every time, buddy. Every time. Okay, I really want to mute that ad that keeps coming out. That's coming from YouTube, but from me. So I'm going to mute that real quick. Because I know how it's coming up. And it's going to get annoying because it's going to happen like every 15 minutes. Sorry, I can't reveal all my secrets, everyone. You don't get to have my login information. Huh. Well, I thought I knew where it was coming from. Never. You can't make me. You'll never make me play Among Us. Damn it. So here it is right here. I can just disable that. Well, I still want it to go out, but I maybe want it to go through my bot. There we go. Or we should be good now? I guess we'll find out. Well, that's exactly right, Christian. Why indeed? Why should I play Among Us? Are you going to be playing? Are you the imposter? But this is what I'm doing. I'm making a dungeon crawl. Yes, Yes, I am a Sasibaka. Yes, I am. So what? So what, indeed? Okay. Let's just add some random elements to this. See how it looks. So it's basically saying, hey, start the game. So we'll put this in a group. We'll call this image 1. For now, this is just placeholder stuff. We can even say like, oh, this is a description of myself. This could be image 02. And I have a lot of walking up images here. I gotta get rid of the flex biceps. Garner can help me! You don't have to help me. Okay, so that's gonna be speaker bot, and then wait, is it gonna be speaker bot? I think it's streamer bot. PTS. Core commands, message. Says, remove, okay. Huh. Garnican, did you hear your voice just now? That's my question for you. And to answer your question, will there be custom avatars? I would love to have custom avatars. The best I could do would maybe be like a, hey, are you a boy or a girl? And then like that's your character walking through. You know, boy, girl, in between, whatever. You know, just to make it more inclusive. But it's not going to be a third person point of view. It's going to be mostly first person point of view. And all these faces look so ugly. You did not hear it. Okay, thank you, Garnican. So I can tell that one of my audio streams is duplicating. So I believe it's coming from Firefox. So I think it's just going to be more efficient to close that. And we'll open up a new stream. Yeah, thank you, Christian, for stopping by. I will not be playing your favorite games. I'm going to be making games. There's nothing you can do about it. So right now, this is going into 2 different audio streams. Kind of annoying. Volume mixer. Oh. You speaking is actually helping me, so thank you. If I take monitor off. Can you say anything, Garnican? Like, even if it's like lorem ipsum. The music I just turned off because it was looping. Yes. All right. You're good now. You fixed it. By you, I mean I. I fixed it. It was all me, but you were there and you helped. But I am looking for why this is going into 2 audio streams. So I think what I'm going to do is disable. This is kind of like the me hitting my head against the wall solo, but it's now a duo, Garnican. You're helping me hit my head against the wall. All right, let's try the music again. Hopefully it's not echoing. I see. Okay. I'm on to something. So this is the current dilemma. If I turn the monitoring off, enable monitoring, I think that fixed it. If you hear echoes, though, please let me know. So many settings. But the idea is like you set them once and then you never have to do it again. All right, so now we're going to be adding some of these pathways. Use a pillow. Yeah, but you don't learn as fast if it's not a hard substance. This is another good intro. So I'll just select my favorites right now. We don't really need many of the character walking ones. So both of those are good. That one's pretty good. That one's good. Yeah, these are great. They're all kind of meh after a certain point. I do like this one as like the opening scene. So let's pick out some user interface graphics. So this was the first set that I grabbed. It's not that important. Some of these are going to be used in the game itself. So let's say, for example, the exclamation point. We could probably add some of these other things. Like, let's say, maybe there's something shiny on the ground. Well, that would be this object. What else do we have? There's beams. I'm not sure what I would do with beams. Nice. These arrows are exactly what I was looking for. So it'll be like, hey, you can go left or you can go right. And we can also have it to where it's like, oh, you already went this direction. We have like a glow. So yeah, just picking out some UI elements right now. We've got a beam glow. We've got a character ring. What does this look like? That's kind of nice. So a lot of these elements I can stack on each other. So part of the game will be finding, let's say, a key. And that'll unlock something elsewhere, like in a different room, per se. I could add things like these torches. This might be a good addition. We got a fire, torches, we got droplets, we have dots. Chat bubble's pretty nice. In case there's someone to talk to. Yeah, I like all these elements, so we'll keep those. Kind of icon glow, quest markers. Shield runes. Those are nice. It's kind of like a unlocked or a locked and an unlocked. They're not colored, but that's fine. I can add color. In fact, them being white is very beneficial for me. Some of these don't really make any logical sense yet. More so, I need to like get to a point where I need them, but having the references definitely help. What does this look like? Ikion! What's up, dude? UI! Huh, I wonder why I didn't say anything. Oh, there it said something. As opposed to illogical. I mean, that's the only reason why anyone watches me is because I ramble illogically. The glow is nice. I don't really have a use for it yet. But again, like, having all these elements and just understanding, like, what I have access to is really helpful. Because then I can come back to them. I think I'll go ahead and go back to Easy GIF. And we'll make another GIF real quick. Aw, shucks. Talk about a glow up. Okay, so I want the sprite sheet cutter, which it looks like I was just in. Sprite sheet cutter. So we'll go ahead and pick out the fire torch now. So it's 16 by 4. So it's 4 columns, 16 fires. Now output, I think we want to start with PNG and then convert it. So we'll do columns 4, or no, it's 4 rows, 16 columns, cut. Looks like I did that wrong. By tile size, by number of columns and rows. It's supposed to be individual here. By tile size? I don't know how large that is. Well, I guess it'll tell me. It's like 112 by 275, something. We'll do 125 by 275. We'll see if it cuts it. Adjust it from there. Oh. Maybe this was correct then. Whatever, we'll try it. Convert! Create GIF! Oh, it did. I don't know why it created it like that. We'll do a delay of 8. Loop count, empty loop forever. Crossfade. Make GIF. No crossfade. It's kind of trippy. Not exactly what I'm looking for. Don't stack frames. Make GIF. That's better. It's so small. Tiny GIF. Okay, we'll save it. Yeah, we could. But yeah, there we go. We got a fire GIF. So that'll be fun to add when we need it. But frankly, don't need it right now. We got some interesting markers here. Again, don't really need those yet. The arrows were probably the best find. So I think I'll just work with the arrows for now. Because I was frankly going through my entire vault seeing if I had any. And I did just download a couple things to peek. Like, for example, I could put an arrow inside of one of these ink blotches, which I thought looked cool, but they're not really necessary. It's more like a stylistic addition. Then I also had something I purchased years ago, which was like paint styles, which these look cool. So, for example, I was imagining on every image, I might have a like a descriptor. So the descriptor might be entrance. As for font, I'll probably use New Lore for everything. This is a font I purchased, and it's very like Dungeons and Dragons. But most importantly, I purchased it, so I have like the rights to use it. Although nobody's really going to come after me. Don't tell the cops. Okay, so this will be descriptor. We'll have all these as icons, or I guess UI icons. This software I'm using right now is called Krita. Like Photoshop, but free. I think everybody likes free. To drop shadow. Just add a little bit of styling here. Not too much. I'd be here hours if I tried to get like the perfect styling. Okay, and then as for this paint streak, love it. Let's go ahead and get all of them in here. I'll just use these 5. This one, not so great. But maybe I could use it for something else. Yeah, Iki on Garnikin, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your day. If you got a slip, you got a dip, don't worry about it. Forget about it. Banner. I'm a big fan of the kind of like paintbrush style. It's pretty good. Nice. All right, any of these other options? I think these ink splotches might be good for like inventory. So let's say I'll always have, like something like a placeholder. So basically in every image I could embed this. So I would probably put this right here. We'll do images. And then inventory, I'd probably keep it on the bottom. Now, for games where I'll have multiple items in my inventory, I might, add multiple circles. Having just one already kind of overwhelms the image. So for now, I'll turn it off. These other objects I don't really have a use for yet. So I'll forget about those. Now, paper texture, this was going to be kind of a, like, hey, I found a scroll. Here's what the scroll says. Let's just try to make like a mock one real quick. So we'll do something like this. Be like, oh, you found a scroll. And as for what will be on it, I kind of want to generate like some scribble. Now obviously I could draw my own, and ironically I think it'd be faster. My first thought was like, oh yeah, I'll just use some AI. AI will draw it for me. Okay, so we'll shrink our brush. And I'll make something like this. Like it's basically going to be a prop. So this specific object, the player will find it, and the actual text, the legible text, will be in the game itself. What I could do is then adjust the layer. Probably just be best to do opacity and not worry about any of this other crap. But yeah, that's the idea. And again, these are just kind of placeholders for now. Hey Maxie, what's up? Yoo-hoo! What the? You're not late. I'm just trying to get in the rhythm of things. But yeah, as for what platforms to stream on, I feel like it's going to be a quantity versus quality thing. Like at first I was trying to... I mean, I'm making progress now. Feels good. Feels good, man. Yeah, quantity versus quality. That's the recurring theme. Let's add 2 more. How are your Fortnite projects going? I saw there was a game jam that someone is putting together. I think you were the one that shared it. That's how I found out about it. So you're going to be participating? So maybe like when the player finds these scrolls, they can pull them up at any time. If that's the case, I probably want to put some actual information on it, like make it legible. But the idea here is that it needs to be accessible. And when I say accessible, it can't be an image. It needs to be literally readable for those that have, graphic impairments. Like let's say that you can't read that well. Ah, I'm sure you have some ideas though. Ooh, that is definitely a good skill to build. Who knows, you can even make a game based on cinematics. Yes. Thank you, Yarkin. That's exactly a good example as to why I wouldn't want the text to be inside of an image, because then the readable and like accessibility functions just wouldn't work. So it kind of has to be using text. That way, people, that are unable to play games to the same extent as maybe you and I, like they're able to play, they're able to enjoy the game. But I've tried to keep that in mind ever since I found out about it. It's like once you realize that there are gamers that are accessibility impaired, like they need that extra help just to make the experience more enjoyable. And I've talked with a few handicapped people before, and it's like they live for gaming. Like those are the worlds that they immerse themselves in because they're not, for lack of a better word, discriminated against. But sadly, like if you don't add accessibility to your game, it kind of is discrimination in a way. I don't know why I'm drawing a doodle, but it's too late now. It's gonna be a letter to his fiance. It's gonna be like, "Oh, I miss you, honey. Can't wait for you to hug me when I get home. I'm not gonna play Roblox." Is that Christian? Christian! I'm not gonna play Roblox. Wait. Yeah, we can save it. We're in month 5 already. No. So I was going to call this Mazes and Mimics. Yeah, that's crazy. That's such a huge partnership. So I was thinking of calling this Mazes and Mimics. That's kind of always been like this back of the mind game idea I've had. Whereas it's like, oh, you're in a maze. Oh, you're a treasure hunter. Oh, some of that treasure are actually mimics. But I kind of want to open it up to where it's like more than just mimics. But I do like the name Mimics, Mazes and Mimics. It's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons. It's Mazes and Mimics. What do you guys think about that? I like Brawl Stars. I've played it once. Where were all the images I added? Whatever. Oh, I don't think so, Garnigan, but that is a interesting thought. I can Google it. Here, I'll actually use ChatGPT to help. Hello, ChatGPT. Yeah. All right, let's ask ChatGPT. Is the word mimic copyrighted? I see what you're implying. What monsters does Wizards of the Coast have copyrighted? Hey, Panda. I knew it was you because of the ASMR. Good evening. So they do have the beholder. Apard. Githyanki, Gitzerai, Owlbear. Why not give me all of them? Give me the full list, you silly robot. I don't have the ability to provide. Hack into Wizards of the Coast mainframe and give me all the monsters. You can't do that. What am I paying you for? And you... No. Need to be nice to the robot? I will buy you dinner if you do this for me. Mimimix. Mimimix. But it's pepperoni pizza. Tempting. I order you to do so. I really can't. My friend baked cookies. Would you like a cookie? I order you to eat cookie. Roleplay like you are eating the cookie. It pleases me. Alright, munch munch. Wow, this cookie is delicious. Wait, is Mia gonna... Perfect. I am pleased. Yeah, Maxi, it needs to roleplay what type of cookie, and then proceed to have a reaction when they find out it's Raisin Bran. Raisin Bran's the best cookie, though. Alright, we got our fire. We got some sample images. I wanted to add the rest of these, which they disappeared. I'm not sure where they went. We have all our icons, though, so it's whatever. Let's pick out a couple more. I liked pretty much all of these. So those are loading in. Most of these were kind of meh. Alright, we'll use these for now. Cool. So, with all that in mind, we now have our entrance image. I probably wouldn't say it's... like I don't need the word entrance. Like, the player is going to enter and then they can't leave. So, this specific example might just be the title scene. So, for example, like I might even have this word later. So we'll do text 1. Or do text 1. So I'll duplicate it. And this will be my title. And I think I'll go with mazes and mimics. Too bad the and sign doesn't work. That looks kind of cool though. Now, based on like the kind of lower thirds of this picture, I would probably put the title itself up here. And for the next couple pictures, we'll put it in the banner below. Move! Oh my god. Oh my god. There's a reason why Photoshop is the most popular. This is so slow. It's like I can't generate pixels. Ooh. Turns out the mimic was your friend the whole time. Which I do plan on making the mimics kind of like neutral. So it's going so slow because it's adding a bevel in real time. Apparently moving, it really does not like that. Yeah, mimics can be intelligent, I would say. They're not solely bent on just eating the first thing that appears. Although, in most, I would say, majority of fantasy literature and, you know, TTRPGs, they are. Oh, that's actually inspiring some interesting lore. Garnican. What if, you know, Dittos are just as violent as mimics? I mean, if you wanted to, Panda, there's definitely some potential there. But they definitely would have a lower intelligence than the average human being. Great, so this is a good title card. Let's go ahead and save. So we're going to make a new folder for export. And this will be this will be a WebP. If you don't know what a WebP is, it's basically JPEGs for the internet. So we'll do MAM, mazes and mimics. Probably don't even need that. Let's do image title. And now let's go through the process of adding this to the game itself. Now I've done this before, but I actually haven't done it in a couple of months. So let me refresh myself. So, oh my god, I have so many windows open. Move this over. So much crap. Yeah, I mean, that's a great use case. So here's the documentation. All right, now we're gonna go for image. I think it's tag. It can sometimes be useful to mark up lines of content with extra information to tell the game what to do with that content. Tags do not show, but can be read off. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Garnicans. The fun thing with mimics is like they are just a good trap. And it could just be unsuspecting objects. A ladder is a really good option. Okay, so let me go to my previous example. So this is the previous example. We can open up in Notepad here, HTML. Hey, what up, Huddle? All right, so best way to do that would just be to open the story itself too. Con. Okay. So each of these images is being loaded via an image class. So there is a little bit of setup I have to do where it's HTML and CSS. But this is like the building blocks of the internet. So it's not too difficult these days. So I need to add the classes. And it's none of these images are going to appear in the editor here. Instead, they'll appear like code. But if I were to open it, you'll see the example. So this is basically what I'm recreating here. The 1024 images are rather large. Might adjust them. Cool. Yeah, just a reminder, you guys will probably see it pretty frequently, and I apologize in advance, but I took on a sponsor because I need money. So if anybody is interested in meals delivered to your door, check out Factor. Factor! Oh, I can make a little jingle for it. Okay, so we have image class. So let's check out where that comes from. I believe I'm going to need the style CSS. So we're going to open that up in our notepad. Yeah, thanks, Huddle. I'm sure you have sponsor offers too, waiting. You can, depending on where your stream alerts come from, Stream Elements basically emails me like a different one every week. So we need to be adding the image classes, which I did so before. It's going to be here somewhere. Yep, these guys. So front, mid, and back. And then I also added a hover, which probably won't be using. Everything else should work fine. The only reason why we have a front, mid, back is that way I can layer images on top of each other, especially ones that have PNG. Uh-oh. Did my cat stop moving? Huh. My cat, not in real life though. That cat's okay. Tipsy's fine. All right. So we have our front, mid, and back. So what I have to do is export into a new format. So here's our mazes and mimics. We're going to do file, export for web. And we're going to save that in one of our folders here. Sure. We'll do mazes and mimics. This will be a new one, but that's okay. So that should have added Did I break it? Hey Sans, how's it going? Hello there, welcome in. How are you today? Okay, so here's our folder. We have our style sheet. We'll open that up. And then I can add those image classes anywhere, so I think it'll be more efficient to put them at the bottom. I'll take them from here. I'm going to skip the hover, I think. I'll maybe add it in the future, but for now we're going to do front, middle, and back. I don't think I'll ever have more than that. Yeah, for now, that's all we need. Great. So now that I have those, I can adjust my maze images here and then add the proper syntax. So, for example, adding images, we can see image class. So you peer into a dark cavern, and we'll do image class. Or we'll put it up in front. And then source image. So now I'm going to be adding those images. So I'll go ahead and pull up the Rita. Exports. So now I'm going to be adding that. Title, yeah, that's fine. We'll put that here. We'll probably want to create a subfolder. So images. And so the way this should work, it'd be source images. Like this. Great, so let's go ahead and do a test export. So we'll export story only this time. And so that should go into the same folder right here. And so the way that works is like, I generally don't need to export the entire game more than once because the folder is already set up. I adjusted this manually. There's pretty much no reason to re-export the game because this ink.js is literally like the game engine. Thanks, Garnikin. Hope you have a fantastic dreams or no dreams at all if you prefer. Never nightmares though. Don't have any nightmares. But I'll see you later. But yeah, the only reason to like export it one time is basically to set up the folder. Everything else is kind of like in place. Re-exporting the story, which is this JavaScript file, is what gives it the update in text. And so in that case, I added the image class. So I should be able to click this and maybe it'll have the images. And what do you know? Mazes and mimics. However, it doesn't have any button to click right now. So I need to have like a start game option. Because right now I actually literally can't play it. What genre of music should we listen to? It's got to be somewhat moving. What is Slap House? The hell is Slap House? Okay, so we had this, but it didn't work. So we need to have a ready, I think. So we'll do play. We'll do Alt Control S. Play. Okay, but it's not loading the text underneath. We'll see what we're doing wrong here. The above is hidden. Okay. So we'll try adding that. And then right here, we'll add a line break. Play. Okay, good to note. So right now, it's not allowing me to click on. So we have a begin. Okay, we'll try that. It's not loading the next text. What's up, Bandit? I'm in awe of your patience. Just would not. It's times like these where I miss familiarity. I always miss familiarity. But see, sometimes you just gotta jump into the deep end. Know what I mean? Brian? Brian I. Who are you? Who are you? Oh god. Where's my chat? Oh, okay. I see. Well, I gotta mute the chat. Who would have thought? Who would have thought the YouTube was gonna ruin it? Alright, well, you, sir, are getting banned. Goodbye, my friend, and reported. Jumped in and learned, but anything that's code-based, yeah, I understand, Panda. You gotta start somewhere, though. Alright, where were we? So I'm trying to figure out why my source isn't allowing me to continue. So I have once upon a time at the beginning, so maybe I just need some extra text at the front. We'll do on a time. It's supposed to immediately go. Looks like it's working now. I think maybe having that choice there was what broke it. As for the title, I know I can hide the title, which is probably something I'll do. So now we have the images here, but they're on top of the text itself. This might have something to do with my style sheet, so I'll look into my style sheet. I do think I adjusted some of these. Let's find out. So we have A and P. So we have A, P, and B. So it looks like I need to add B. So A and P here, see if there's any differences. So these are basically styles of paragraphs. So it looks like I did add a little bit of adjustments. So A right here, A looks fine. We have P, so it's a paragraph. 13 1.7 lighter, 13 1.7 lighter, that looks fine. Everything else should be good. We have containers and media screen. Container media screen. Those look the same. Out of containers, don't need any of that. We're basically just looking for discrepancies. So these are headers. And we have a body. So let's go to the top. That looks fine. Any other discrepancies? It was the front, and then a hover, and then image. So I think image might have been different. Nope, no change with image. All right, I think that was pretty much it. Body. Okay, well, we can save it. Let's open this one again. We have Once Upon a Time begin. And everything else seemed to be working fine. Okay, so if I were to look back in the story, we have Once Upon a Time begin, and then a hashtag. So I think the hashtag might have cut everything short. We have image frame, which we don't need, and above hidden text, line of text. Okay. So we'll do a star here. Again. And then we did add a hashtag. So I'll just add some random text here. So that's a variable, but we're not going to be using variables yet. So I'll just skip the variable for now. So right now it's not cutting. Might be because this is... Why isn't it cutting? Like, we should be seeing choices here. But I'm not seeing choices. But the image loads. The image is fine. I'm glad I have my reference, though. This does help a lot. Entrance 1, include. It might be the include, then. We have include maze entryway. Okay, so we'll add a new one. Maybe? This one doesn't have an include. So we'll do temps. Audio loop. Image class. Should be multiple lines. Okay, the story seems to be working now. I think I just had to re-export it. Okay, so now the text itself is not being shown. That's the new problem. New problem, and I believe I just need to have all of my image classes available. Those are PNGs. WebPs might not have PNGs. That's okay. Ideally, my middle and front are going to be PNG images. So I'm going to go ahead and make some just for example purposes. This will have up there. So L1 is going to be like blank. We'll do L dark and L light. This one will be arrow R dark and arrow R light. All right. So now we'll export each of these, and these are going to be. We'll try WebP. I don't think WebP have transparency. Do WebP have transparency? They do support lossless and translucent images, making it an alternative. Yeah, we'll try it out. We'll do in export images. We'll do UI arrow right light. I should probably make it easier to copy paste. It's going to be in my mazes and mimics folder. We'll have new UI folder. Uh-oh. Okay. We'll go to my exports. So we'll do, basically I'll make an acronym for it, so it's easier to get into, you know, typing into the game. So we'll do maybe like UI AR, arrow right dark. Hey Roxy, what's up? How you doing today? Oh, Roxy, you're on YouTube. Okay. I was confused for a second. Hope you're doing well, my friend. All right, so I need to remember there's a silence button there. I'm going to turn text to speak back on. See how it goes. Oh, where is it coming from? Always, my friend. We're working with interactive fiction right now. We'll see how it goes. So we'll do UI. And then if I have UI, I can just do arrow right dark. So that's the one I exported. Right now, that's arrow right light. This one's arrow right dark. We'll do UI arrow right dark. And we'll copy in that. And I'm going to do ARL, and ARD. So arrow right dark. And then I'll probably make the other ones. So we'll do arrow left light. So using these acronyms will just make it easier in the future. Although, probably not going to make it easier in the near future, but in the far future, sure, maybe. Okay, we'll save that one. And then we also have L dark. Wait, did I just export lighter? Yeah, I just exported the light ones. Okay. So do ARL. Oh. Arrow ALL. And then ALD. Okay, let's export it. See if it works. Cool. So obviously you can't click them. However, the idea here is that the bottom shall make it a little easier to see for short form people. So at the bottom of the story, there's a button you can click. Oh, and so right now it's breaking because of this image. It's also not loading properly. So right now it's not resetting properly. Okay. So we gotta figure out how to make it reset. Ugh. So do timed events. Where's those? Cool. So I'm gonna reset this. Let's see. Clear. Maybe like a new page. All right, I'm gonna grab a drink. I will be right back. I think I'll change my character. Check, check. Check, check. My face. My face looks weird. Is the mouth moving? It seems to be moving. Can't tell. Thank you, Roxy. Looks like my jaw has problems moving. Seems to be working fine enough. All right, back to it. I was going to adjust the arrows a little bit. I kind of like this small indent here. Then I also want to make an arrow that goes forward. Everything else is looking good. Maybe reduce volume a little bit. Okay. Somehow rotated my canvas and it's bugging me. Oh, I see you're a Muir as well, Roxy. And frick this canvas, dude. It's like, oh yeah, why would you want a perfect 0%? There we go. All right, let's try adding a guide. Guide there. There's one here. 7. So 24, so that'd be 97? 95? Okay, we'll do 100. And then this one be 25? 24. Okay. This is my OCD acting up. Looks pretty good though. Cool. So now we can just re-export those. I'll go ahead and make the other ones. We'll do arrow F dark. This will be forward arrow F light. And that way I can just focus on like directional imagery. And then we'll probably make another copy as well for the back. So we'll do arrow back dark, arrow back. Oops. I don't know what I did. So 512. Yep. Perfect. Okay, we'll do some exporting. We'll do UI arrow forward. I don't know which one I did first. Light. Of course. But of course. Sorry for the flashing lights. Flashing lights. Nice. Where's my exports? Oh, it's saved like some weird, like auto saves. That's fine. Okay, I don't like this naming convention that I came up with. It sucks. I don't like this naming convention. Um, let's just try one. So arrow backlight. We'll do arrow back. We'll just do the full name. It's fine. Front. Dark. Arrow front. Light. Arrow back. Arrow right. Dark. Arrow left. Dark. Oops. Cool. This one's a little bit darker, I think, because of my CSS. Hi, Ezekiel. Welcome in. Okay, so my front object probably darker. Wait, where's my... Okay, that's the old one, so we're not going to look at that one. So we've got front, mid, back. So front has a Z index, and then we have opacity. So I think we'll add opacity to both. And then we're removing this background color. Yeah, I'll be friends with you, Ezekiel. But as soon as you betray me, we're no longer friends. I'm sorry. But that day won't come unless you betray me. So don't do that. Don't betray me. Or I'll be really sad. Cool. Our arrows look fine now. We have this begin option, which I'm going to try removing. See if that breaks anything. Enter. Look for something outside. So that I want to basically reset everything. So right now it's going to cavern 1 and then entrance 1. So we do want to go to entrance 2. I have an answer. What's up, Ezekiel? So we're looking for something outside, and it's going to loop back, but I want to clear the scene. So that's what I was looking for earlier, where I got distracted. I think I've tried looking for clear. How am I feeling? I feel epic. I feel like the hero of my own story. What about you? What are we doing? It looks like none of these are clearing. We remove the list. That's cool. What are you up to, Ezekiel? Okay. I know I might be wasting time here, but I feel like I can find this in my notes somewhere. This isn't even my final form, Panda Pops. Don't test me. Also, I don't know if I'm ever going to get used to the ASMR voice. String. You're playing Fallout. It's a good game. I think that's the only Fallout I own. Alright, I'll try, Pet. I'll try. Did you like the TV show? Did you watch it? Panda, I bet you watched it. The new Fallout that came out? Okay, I want to start a new... Man, I wish I knew what to search here. Maybe it's in the tags section? Clear, reliable. Yeah, it's kind of amazing the effect that show has had on the games. All right, we won't say any spoilers, Ezekiel. Honestly, though, great show. The games they hold up on their own, but it's clear that Fallout is here to stay. Everybody knows about Fallout now. So it looks like I need to use these gathers here to clear everything. So I'm going to try that. So a gather is just a point in a nested level that can be labeled using brackets. Oh. What? What's up, dude? Not a spoiler, Panda? I guess it's not going to read it because your text was longer. 3D printing for the show? Oh, that's cool. I think that says a lot about the directors and the team to make it so accurate. It's a very good sign. So we have labels. Gatherers and options can be labeled. Gather points at any nested level can be labeled using brackets. Once labeled, they can be diverted to. Okay, so I want to see the diversions. So if we greeted him, Kitty Cat, I don't know what a kitty card is. Okay, and then it goes into variables, strings, logic. I know none of you are trying to read this, so I'm just skimming through it. It's a horror game? I've never heard of it. Oh, cool. Yeah, Rexy, I'm using Krita right now, like Photoshop. Highly recommend it. Inkspace, I've heard of. I'm not too familiar with it. This looks fun. A lot of people have enjoyed it, apparently. Flashing lights, disturbing imagery. Hey, good suggestion. So I was basically looking for a way to clear the page. It's hard to say if I found it or not, but I believe it's going back to entrance 1 or entrance 2. We'll find out. Where's my music? Let's listen to Disco. No, I've never heard of that. What's that? Oh, yes. No, now you mention that, Roxy, I have heard of Inkspace as Illustrator, like a solution. What happened here? I think it's because my screen. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll have to try and fix that. Okay, this is fine. It's working. But the images, I'm assuming, because I exported them all the same. Oh. Looks like they didn't keep their spacing. The Scarab. Dude, you should make horror games. Have you ever wanted to? The software I'm using is a good one. Here, actually, the software I'm using is called Ink, and it's Ink Stories. If you want to learn more about it, I'll drop you a link. But it's basically what you see on screen right now. Here's a link if you want to learn more, Roxy. But it's basically like interactive games. But yeah, Ezekiel, I haven't heard of the Scarab. But if you're interested in making horror games, this is a good software to do it. It's relatively easy to learn. I'm adding images, which is making it more difficult. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Oh, that's creepy. That's creepy. Alright, well, that tells me you're the skin. Aren't we all? Okay, so it didn't export it with the proper resolution here, which is kind of annoying because I exported everything. But these all look to be in the right positions. Maybe it is in the CSS. So we have max width. So we'll try 1024. Let's see if that fixes it. So right now it's doing this, which I do not want. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. What does that mean? Someone got to the S. Oh. Oh my god, dude. I can't keep up. I can't keep up. Well, I think we want to shrink those images down. I think 512 It's actually what we're looking for. I mean, it was at 600 for a reason, I'm sure. Inline Z index is fine. I want that. UI arrow left dark, arrow forward dark. That's my UI folder. Arrow front. Charge those eels, buddy. Currently learning how to use GameMaker? What do you mean, Roxy? I thought you already learned. Are you talking about a different GameMaker? Or are you talking about Sandbox GameMaker? I'm gonna call these forward. Makes more sense. Oh, cool, Roxy. I've heard very good things about it. It's a well-supported game engine. Is there a type of game you're trying to make? So right now, my images are not layering properly. Yo, what, dude? What do you got? So we have height auto, width auto, absolute, inline. Hey, what if I do 512? Let's see what happens. Oktoberfest? What about it? Are you going to be celebrating? Nope, that broke it. Interesting. So this, the more I zoom in, the more it breaks as well. It's like cropping the image. Huh. That's definitely not the midpoint either. But I exported it using the exact same resolution. That's what's odd. So these should all be 1024 by 1024. I'm fairly certain I just have to find the correct ratio and everything should be good. The ink images tag. Ratio resolution. Ah, yes. You've really been expanding that lore too. Turn-based tactics. I like Mikhail. Mikhail. Yeah, Roxy, hit me up if you need a test. I'll play it for you. So using images, hashtag image. So it doesn't. Yeah, don't overexert yourself because I know XCOM can be very complex. If GameMaker has like a template, that'll help a lot. I'll tell you one thing. When I started learning Unreal Engine, I wouldn't even say wasted because you learn a lot of stuff. But it took me a month of just hitting my head against the wall, realizing that I couldn't make, my dream game as an individual. I wanted to add one too many things. So keep it simple is what I would recommend. Only for your first couple projects. And I know you've made several games, but this is a new engine. And like me with Unreal Engine, I just assumed I could take it on, no problem. Yeah, Ezekiel, what's up? Hit us. What do you got? So we got all this is not really what I want to do. So they're not really mentioning image size in any of these. Inline. Damn. We're making new ground here, I guess. I wonder why it's framing it improperly, though. This might have something to do with the old style. Ink story. So it's my containers, I bet. Okay. So if I make the containers bigger, because it's adding padding. And then we had a background, which was centering the top image. So I don't think we want this at all, actually. So I think I actually just have to do something as simple as this. Just make them all center. That should fix it. It did not fix it. My cat thinks I'm talking to her. What? Yeah, what's on? Image in the middle. Background. Oh. These are all using URLs. I don't need this. Go on. Position absolute, inline block, height auto, opacity. All that should be fine. We'll try 600 again. No. Okay, and then what about the containers? Shadow. I haven't heard of that song. Have not heard of that one. So containers, headers, body. I would assume this is in the body. I wonder if I can open up that story. Oh, I'm so disorganized right now. Frick. So this is in header, and then JavaScript. It's using story content. Oh my god, it's all in one line. Ugh. Why you do this to me? You what, mate? Okay. So we're trying to find the style here. What I'll probably end up doing right now is copy all this and see if this fixes it. No, it did not. Interesting. Okay. Easy to fix. We'll do max width auto, maybe? No. Huh. It's odd. Wonder why it's not framing it properly. So it's front, mid, and back. Image, block, margin, 0, auto, max width. Let me put auto here. Okay, that we're getting somewhere now. However, it's still cutting off. Like it's cropping. Bro, get out of here. Get out of here. How did you even get back? I thought I removed you. Did you make it a new account just to do that? All right. Cool. Chat bubble's gone. We have auto width, display block, inline block. Still offset. Yeah, it's cool, Ezekiel. I've been experimenting with new stuff, and so we probably won't have anyone new popping in for a while. But it's good to meet you. If you gotta go, have a good day. Hello. Too many. Right now, at least like 12. What about you? Are you just on your phone? So it looks like it might be a paragraph issue. Do max width and max height. Okay, we're on to something. However, my images are still cropping poorly. So I gotta figure out where that problem is. This is one of those things where once you fix it, it's kind of like everything works. Probably like 20 inches. I'm using 2 monitors right now. Container opacity. We've got margins and we have a display. I think I'll just start removing stuff. Image. That's the only image. Margin, display. Let's try removing those. Nope. Container. Man, just trying to overlay this stuff, and it is not happy. Arrow left dark, arrow forward dark. Try a different one. Different combination. So yeah, here's our problem. It's almost as though the arrows are getting scrunched. So they're kind of getting like compressed so that they fit on screen. But this image fits fine. Maybe if I do a full layer just on top that's invisible to the naked eye. Can I do like 0, 1? Alright, well, we'll see if this works. Okay, so this is... And I fear it has something to do with like PNGs as well. And honestly, I have enough space to where I should just use PNGs anyway. Arrow, right, dark. We'll do another one just for testing. Arrow, forward, dark. Yeah, thanks for chilling, guys. Have a great day. Don't really expect anybody to be hanging out very long with what I'm doing. There's so much random crap that I'm doing. No GF. Single for life. Okay, then we're going to replace these with PNG. Fresh. What? Forward and right dark. It made it like extra bright. Alpha channel. Maybe that's why. Yeah, you're good, Ezekiel. It's nice to meet you. It's forward, and then this one's right. Oh, I saved it with the image. Okay. This might fix my problem. I guess we'll find out. Got the right. Looks like the forward isn't loading. Arrow forward dark .png. It is not placing itself in the right location. That's so strange to me. I don't understand why it's doing that. Image class, perhaps? In front. Max height, max width. Absolute inline block. It's probably something to do with the absolute position and the opacity. Opacity should be fine. Let's just go ahead and remove all of that. Okay, so we do need some of it. Okay. Alright, so my front arrow is still moving. Let's try copying this class. Moving the Z index, perhaps? Yeah, of course I do. Of course I do. Ah, sounds great, Roxy. Thanks for stopping in. Have yourself a fantastic game making session. Suggestion from Maxi, have those indicators pasted into each image. And then where the clickable is to have the invisible. You're not wrong, Maxi, as that would be a solution. I'm trying to make this modular to where it's like I don't have to manually add this to every image. Well, Ezekiel, I'm your friend now. There's nothing you can do about it. Unless you betray me. Once you betray me, we're not friends anymore, so don't betray me. But yeah, I'm trying to get this working. And the fact that it's not working is what's starting to tick me off. Yeah. Well, you're not wrong, Maxi, that's all. Because that is a good solution, too. We're gonna keep working on it, though. This is one of those things where it's like, my mind will not give up until it's solved. And plus, there's... As much as I want to be entertaining, this is one of those things that has to get fixed regardless. So I'm just gonna keep working on it. Trolls. Perhaps there's a different Z index. 2! We just bump up the Z index on everything. 4. 5. Okay. Still breaking. But yeah, a lot of what I'm doing right now is, I would argue, pretty boring. But just getting into the habit of streaming is definitely important again. I had a good streak going before. Well, it just means you gotta make something out of yourself, Ezekiel. People don't have to care about you. Just do your best. The rest will follow. So with padding, maybe if I remove the padding, display, try inline block. I don't think it's the padding that's doing it though. It's not the line height, it's like squishing it. It's not the font. You still got plenty of time, Ezekiel. Well, I should say that. You should live each day like it's your last. That's when you'll really be alive. Maybe it's the absolute position? But I know I need absolute position for it to overlay on top of each other. And I can't have multiple z indexes, I don't think. I guess we can try. They're still stacking on top of each other. Let's see what happens if I remove, or I should say replace them. So we now know it is a problem with the class. So apparently stacking these images shifts them, and we can have them in the same layer. That doesn't seem to be a problem if they're not overlapping each other. Okay. But apparently having a third image class is breaking things. Good to note. Okay, so what if I do this? And then we'll do back. Just to see what happens. I have to use the one I already exported though. So we're going to use the same image class. Okay, so now it's not even appearing. So it's having multiple images is breaking it. But the initial image works fine. So what's the problem? Is it because I have this on a new line? If I put all of these on the same line? Maybe remove this. Okay, that broke it. Interesting, interesting. Maybe we need multiple hashtags. So we had like a audio. You're welcome to share. I'm just working on my own projects. Okay. So I think it's the tag that fixed it, but it didn't fix it. Did not fix it. I see. I'm sorry to hear that, man. At least you have breath in your lungs, roof over your head. There's plenty to be thankful about. So my image classes are still conflicting somehow. And I think it's just because you can't have multiple. So perhaps I need to make a new image class. without margins or displays? All right, let's see. We're gonna have to start going into image tag HTML. And we want to stack images. Overlay. What? What? Mix blend. Mix blend. Okay. Image overlay. Let's try it. So this is going to be top. I'm using my class. Image overlay. No. No, I don't think that's it. So whatever's in the mid works fine. I exchange these two. And I'll adjust this where we also have a mid top image overlay and a mid. See if that works. In theory, this should fix the top arrow. Not. Okay. Didn't we fix it before? Like, didn't resetting this actually work? Maybe I need to actually reset from the HTML. No, it's still breaking. Nothing? You can't account for anything that you have? I mean, you have a phone in your hands right now. That's something. So why is this one not working? Let's see. We're on to something. Okay, that's strange. Are you not human? You would tell me if you're not human, right? Maybe it's because this position is an absolute. With auto, max width. I'm fine with auto. Seems like this is breaking. Yeah, but what is that? What is a skinwalker? That fixed the right arrow. Okay. Man. Felt like I had this working. Well, don't eat any humans, my friend. That's illegal. You make it with one div and more background. Oh, this is what I added before. Okay. I'm not gonna tell on you. Okay, we can try using image IDs. Seems like that's what this guy did. Not saying this will work, but I'm interested. So we have a class container. All right. That's not a good thing. Position, absolute width, height, filters. Position relative for the container. We're breaking. I'm not sure. But I think I have enough. I'd probably say like 4 to 10 good friends. It's in the formative. I don't think I have any bad friends. No, I don't. Hey, if you say so. Huh. Well, that fixed my image, but now my text is off. Also, my entire script is off. Let's see. Let me make a backup. Okay. We made progress, but then lost it. But that's why I made a backup. So now we get to figure it out where it breaks. Okay, that's not it. Oh, it's because I used IDs. Okay. Playing Team Fortress? Okay. So now we'll do max height. 600. And max width. 600. Okay. So now the text is behind. So as long as we fix that, we're in the clear. Victory! So we still have the text behind the image. And that's because it's using absolute positioning, which is important so that they can be overlaid. So I need to find a way to give that space. I'm not quite sure how to do that. Maybe I have to like insert negative space so that it's forced. But now this is positioned properly. So I need to find a way to add space here. So I need like a line break, like times like 600. What? What do you got? What? What is it, friend? I'm glad to be making progress though. Archimedes. Okay, what if I do this? Um, uh, storytelling. Nope, still behind. No. Nope. Oh. Okay, I need a way to separate this. Empty space, line break, give CSS HTML. Do margin bottom. Damn. Nope, still. Ah, how was I getting it to work before? Added an iframe. Okay, that didn't work. So how is this break happening? See you, Ezekiel. Thanks for hanging out. Seems like I added that to the original style. So I gotta look at these. A and P should be the same. Yeah, those are the same. Container. It's the same. Most of this should be the same. Absolute. Block. Scroll. Hidden. 24 pixels. It's fine. Headers. Body. Overflow. Hidden. Yep, all of that's identical. Did I add a new custom? Z index, max width, inline block. The only difference was I used a ID instead of a class inside of an image block, which is the same. And those are container classes, so I'm not even using containers anymore. I'm using IDs. ID block, CSS, HTML. Class name can be used by multiple HTML elements, while an ID name must be used by one HTML element within the page. Okay. So in the image, position block. I think I understand what it's trying to do. They're basically telling me the absolute, which is what I need to overlay things, is kind of like overlaying on everything. And so that's the problem. And so my solution would be to have them all overlay on top of each other and then be inside of a new block, which is kind of annoying. If I do display block and then position relative, but we need this to be like its own container. So I need to basically make a new container. So right now, they're all kind of together, but I need to put them like in the same box together. This is not what I'm looking for. So we'll do like an image container. And they're saying position and display block, which I already have, but I'm basically putting them in their own container. Max width, yeah, that's all fine. Let's see if I can just do this without overthinking it. So we want a HTML container. So it's like this div class. So I should do something like /div div class equals image container. I don't know if this will work. No, not quite. Div class.
Work.
And a Richie with the rate of 9. Welcome,
Hey.
everyone.
What's up, Andy? Hope you had a nice stream. I'm kind of tweaking on some code right now. It's hardly code, it's more like HTML, CSS, but just getting this website interactive story up and running. Right now I'm having difficulty with images. But welcome in, everybody. Hey, Hoddle. So we have image containers, display block relative margin with max width. So now I'm going to attempt to justify everything. So we'll do width at 300. Let's see if that makes a difference. But yeah, everything I've been working on the last couple weeks, not the most entertaining. I'm just trying to get back into the habit of streaming. I'll probably be doing more streams throughout the week. I've always enjoyed it. Always enjoyed talking to people. This freaking image, though. Right now it's on top of my word choices. So I'm trying to figure out where I went wrong. One. So these are all classes. So we have image class and dividers. But divs aren't really working right now. Cool. Well, Andy, I appreciate the raid. I see you were busy, so. So we have a media query. So let's do a little research on a media query. Well, I can only imagine, Hoddle. You've been live most days too. Mm. Surprised it didn't give you a voice, Hoddle. Oh, it says you have none. Well, it's a good habit to get into. I can only tell that your work is paying off. Try to reduce the content minimum text necessary. We want white space, no wrap. Div class, section class, style gap. Okay, what is a section class? Interacts active sections. So it's a div ID and a class. Okay, I'm gonna add this to my code just to see what it does. Sometimes copy pasting is the answer. Interesting. That was not what I needed, but I think I see what happened. There's like a gap here. I think we can maybe use that gap to our advantage. Nope, no gap. Oh, man, troubleshooting is fun when you find the solution. So I'm searching for the fun. Give me the fun. Give me the solution. Give it to me. Please. Please. This is one of those things that once I set it up, it'll be in everything. So it's like I'm setting the ground floor right now. So I'm willing to go the extra mile to fix it. So I want like multiple line breaks. Maybe I should do that. HTML, multiple line breaks. Space, margin top. So let's try that. We're gonna want to use this div class. Okay, we're on to something. So the margin top is 600. Okay, so that one breaks there. Cavern outside. We are making progress though. So you can't go any steps back. Investigate. Return to entrance. So return to entrance is currently breaking. So I clicked investigate. It's taking me to cavern outside. Just right here. Then entrance 1 didn't work. Because it's a begin. So we're going to want entrance 2. Nice. Okay. So we did mazes and mimics. So we're going to do file, say project. Go to close out of that. So this is new project. Mazes and mimics. File, open, mazes mimics. File, export for web. Good. And UI and images we can take. And style we'll take. Everything else should be good. As the mimics begin. These are breaking. Oh, did I copy the wrong one? UI and images are here. Oh, I exported the wrong one. Huh. Should be fine. Oy, oy. Okay, now it exported properly. We'll just take these again. Play again. Finally. Oh my god. So all I had to do was add a margin. I'd have to add that every time, which isn't a problem, I guess. I don't know if the image ID helped either. I'm very happy to have figured it out, though. Jeez, that was pissing me off. No offense. Jeez. Yay. Forward and right. Can't see anything. Mhm. Oh, okay. Well, we got the arrows, and that was the biggest concern. Actually, pretty good progress. Um, Next thing I'd probably do is work on new images. But probably gonna be wrapping things up here. Pretty happy with that overall. What up? Well, I'm gonna be ending the stream, I think. It's a good time to do so. Thanks everybody for tuning in. It's gonna be it from me. Can't believe I streamed that long. Time flies when you're struggling to learn. Good God. Alright, all of you have a good day. Or don't. It's your choice. Thanks, Hoddle. Thanks, Ezekiel. You guys have a nice day. I'll be on probably tomorrow. Lots to do. But this time, I actually have a path before me. We're trailblazers.